Hello, this is Ginny Brant with Unleash Your God-Given Healing. We're going to look at top 8 natural sweeteners. I began changing over from regular sugar to alternative sweeteners with little to no calories after my diagnosis with severe reactive hypoglycemia in 1973. In the past 50 years, I've migrated from sugar to artificial sweeteners to natural sweeteners. It seemed that each time I started on a new sweetener, reports would come out, scaring me away from it. To say the least, it's been frustrating. But one thing I've learned is to migrate towards natural sweeteners and stay away from the artificial ones. You see, I started with the little pink packets called Sweet and Low, which is made from saccharin. But after research began to link saccharin with cancer in rats, causing the U.S. to list it as an anticipated human carcinogen, and it was discovered that it can also alter the balance of the gut, I moved on to the blue packets of aspartame, sometimes called equal. Years later, I find that aspartame is linked to cancer, seizures, headaches, ask my husband, he won't use it anymore either, allergies, and altered gut bacteria. That's when I moved on again to the newest artificial sweetener, marked on the yellow packets, sucralose, which goes by the brand name Splenda. This was by far my favorite, and I would guzzle quarts of freshly made lemonade with this sweetener. And now you might be guessing what they found wrong with this yellow packet. Yep. It's now linked to gut issues, migraines, increased inflammation, and wait for this, it can blunt the effect of the thyroid gland, which affects everything in our body. Even my naturopath and nutritionist at my cancer hospital steered me away from this little yellow packet and also informed me that it contained chlorine. I was like, oh, great. As someone who has issues with blood sugar early on and now must manage it even more carefully as a type 2 diabetic, I was enraged. What's a girl to do? What was I supposed to use? So I did a deeper dive. And today we're going to look at not artificial sweeteners, I just mentioned some of those, but the best natural sweeteners, including the best ones for those with blood sugar issues. Are you ready? We're going to start with the no to low calorie sweeteners that are safe for people like me. Number 1 is stevia. And stevia comes from the stevia plant. Yes, it's plant-based, and it's native to South America. It works well for me, and I use it both in liquid and powder form. Now, it's very sweet and only takes a little. And some people feel that it does have an aftertaste, but it doesn't for me. My favorite brand is Sweet Leaf, and here it is in liquid form and in powder form. I use the powder form to take these with me when I go to restaurants to put in my coffee. But here's a word of caution. Make sure the first ingredient on the label is from the stevia plant. In this case, with Sweet Leaf, it is. But a friend pointed out to me that the former stevia I used had dextrose listed as the first ingredients, which means sugar. And the first ingredient, just so you know, listed on the label, is the one used in the highest amounts. So be careful and read your labels. I prefer the pure organic stevia leaf, and that is what my Sweet Leaf is. Then there's number 2, monk fruit. This sweetener was discovered by monks. The actual fruit has calories, but the extract made from the fruit has 0 calories. And it does not have an aftertaste. It's also anti-inflammatory, which is good, and like stevia, does not raise blood sugar or cause cavities. Some people use a mixture of monk fruit and stevia, and I also use this monk fruit, and I use the combo of the stevia with the monk fruit here. It's so easy to use in place of sugar because it's dry. All right, then there's erythritol. And erythritol is also a top sugar substitute that is a sugar alcohol. It's in many baked goods sold in grocery stores, but must be consumed in moderation. The popular brand Lily's, which is right here, that I do use, uses erythritol mixed with stevia. I do use their products, as I said, but not in abundance, due to digestive issues that can be caused if overused by the sugar alcohols. But it's good news that it contains no calories and does not raise blood sugar, which is key for those like me who manage their blood sugar with diet, exercise, and lifestyle and are looking for a few things that are ready-made. I only use this in the ready-made form. Be sure to check out my video called 8 Tips for Balancing Your Blood Sugar, which will be referenced in the show notes below. Now let's look at the other natural sweeteners that must be used in moderation by diabetics because they can raise blood sugar levels and they have calories. And number 4 is honey. Raw honey, this basic staple, is always on my kitchen counter because my husband uses it to sweeten his coffee. It has 64 calories per tablespoon, but it's good for your gut flora, and it contains antioxidants. And local honey, which this is, helps to desensitize your immune system to allergies in your area. Dr. Joshua Axe calls it nature's dirt, and it is good for you. What works well for my husband, though, must be used sparingly by me. And we buy ours from a local dentist. So honey is a great option. Then there's maple syrup. And it's definitely a natural sweetener containing benefits for the gut and antioxidants with 52 calories per tablespoon. Now, this is what we use on our pancakes when the grandchildren come to visit, but we use it in limited amounts. Both honey and maple syrup are a little inflammatory, and so this is just another reason to use them in small amounts. Then there is coconut sugar, which also contains many nutrients, but has a lower glycemic index and lower calories at 45 calories per tablespoon as opposed to honey at 65 per tablespoon. It can be directly substituted for processed sugar in a recipe, and the same goes for sucanat or raw sugar. Then there's dates. I've actually ground up dates to make my banana pie. It's the sweetener in it. One whole medjool date contains about 66 calories and provides potassium, copper, iron, and manganese. Dates are easy to digest and contain fiber to slow down glucose absorption. But again, I must use them sparingly. And last but not least, believe it or not, is simply fruit. It's one of the best natural sweeteners with fiber and nutrients included. I actually sweeten my chocolate banana blueberry smoothie each day with a banana, and that banana has fiber, which slows down the release of sugar into my bloodstream and provides many nutrients and good things for my gut. And I've used bananas to sweeten cakes, cookies, and breads. So something to think about for me, though, in moderation, of course. I realize that my husband and other people around me can handle higher amounts of natural sweeteners that have calories more than I can. However, the American Heart Association recommends the following sugar limits each day. 25 grams or 6 teaspoons daily for women, and 36 grams or 9 teaspoons daily for men. No doubt, the reason is inflammation caused by sugar. Now, according to the Cleveland Clinic, refined sugar is inflammatory, high in calories, and literally offers no nutritional benefits. Just this statement alone should encourage all of us to limit the amount of added sugars, even natural sugars that we use each day. I hope this information has been helpful for you. I hope that you will subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share it with those friends and those family members you know need to hear this information. Until next time, here's using natural sweeteners, all given to us by God, for some people in limited amounts. But using these natural sweeteners so that our bodies can be healthy and strong instead of highly inflamed with highly processed sugar and too much of it. Until next time, here's to your good health and to balanced blood sugar levels. And may God bless.